welcome back to my channel. Hi, if we haven't met, I'm Jay.
Jay Talks, we're living it out loud. Talking life, standing out from the crowd.
Right, okay, let's get into it.
Every moment unique, every voice we share.
Love by Richard Templar. But I want to digress. I just want to take time. Something came up over the weekend and I thought, okay, I will do that today rather than the book review. We'll get back to the book review, that's fine. So today I want to talk about, I saw this caption actually that said, dig your well before you become thirsty, before trouble hits, or before you need something urgently. And it's not all negative really. Sometimes it's also before you are in demand. Say for example, you're a business person and you're producing, you have a product and you're not prepared for the logistics of supply. So, and then because you're not prepared for the logistics of supply, when the demand increases, you fail because you cannot meet demand. So you can look at it that way as well. Yeah? Dig your well before you become thirsty. So I said, okay, let's think about how it applies to money, how it applies to love and marriage, how it applies to your health, and also how it applies to retirement. You can apply to several things, but these are the 4 areas that I want to discuss today. So, how does it apply to money? You really need to put stuff away before life changes. And I'm sure a lot of us know what this is. We understand what this means. There's nothing as good as when an emergency comes, you've got the fund to cover it. And sometimes this emergency fund can be through insurance. You want to have an insurance in place so that if this happens, that happens, and the other, you can manage, or you're able to take care of the emergencies. Also, develop skills that make you valuable before the job market demands it. Educate yourself in advance. Upgrade yourself in advance. You don't have to wait for the demand. Just make it a normal practice to self-develop so that when the demand comes, you're able to take advantage of that wave. So that's money. Let's talk about love and marriage. Also very important that we build our emotional and social capital. We need to teach our kids this. Work on yourself before you start looking for love. That is something as parents we miss out sometimes. Our kids become teenagers and immediately they want to start dating. In fact, they start showing interest in dating very early, even before they become teenagers, but then it looks like it's harmless. We need to teach our kids to work on themselves before they start looking for love from somebody else. Let your kids know that there's nothing missing. Any other relationship should be added value. And if that person is not bringing value to your life, you need to walk away. You're not in a relationship to only give value. You're also there to receive value. So if it's one-sided, it's not going to work. We need to tell our kids, don't sit on your hands playing games all day without developing your mental capacity, your emotional capacity, your emotional intelligence, your psyche, your mental capacity, your spiritual capacity. Make sure that you're whole. Teach our kids to make sure that they're whole. And also, another point, don't wait until you're lonely or desperate to seek out a partner. Don't wait until you're lonely or desperate to seek out love or to be open to love. Now, make sure that you're emotionally and you've worked on yourself, you're stable, you're whole, before you find love or before you allow yourself, enter into a relationship. But also, do not wait until you're lonely and desperate, because if you're lonely and you're desperate, you will take whatever comes your way. And desperate and lonely people do get taken for granted. They get taken advantage of. They will compromise. Frankly, they will do things that they would normally not do out of the fact that they're lonely and they're desperate. And you can smell desperation and loneliness a mile away. It's what the kids call thirsty. Anyone who is thirsty will drink anything. Also within love and marriage relationship. Now this, applies to both love and marriage. This next one. Strengthen your communication skill before any conflicts arise in a relationship. Work on your communication skill. Strengthen your communication skill. Right? I did the last video talks about communication. Strengthen your communication skill before conflicts arise in any relationship. You see a lot of people, they do not know how to talk. They don't know how to communicate. They don't know how to put across their thoughts. They don't know how to communicate with anyone, talk less of a partner. Work on your communication skill before you go into a relationship, because every relationship at some point will have some kind of conflict. So we move swiftly to health. Take care of your body before it breaks down. Take care of your body before it breaks down. Exercise, eating well, sleeping enough before health problems show up. And also, if you can, go for regular checkups. And instead of waiting for a health issue, go for regular checkup. Prevention is better than cure, they say. Prevention is better than cure. Also, for your mental health, manage your stress before it overwhelms you. Life will be lifing. Ensure that you prioritize your mental health. And there's a lot of ways that you can prioritize your mental health. You can choose not to have certain people who are not doing anything for your health, mental health. Some are even there to make it worse. So you want to surround yourself with the right people, to help your mental health. It could be that you're living in the wrong area and you need to move from that area. It could be, that you're in the wrong job and you need to leave the job. Just prioritize your mental health. It could also be that you're in toxic relationship, toxic environment, and you need to detox those things and those people by removing yourself from that environment. And also it could be that you're on social media just listening to negative things. You want to stop that as well. Anything that affects your mental health, you want to prioritize your mental health. Watch what you feed your mind. Yeah? So that the stress will not overwhelm you. So you're not overwhelmed by situations. And it could also be that you need to talk to someone. Maybe you've got so many things going on. Get therapy. Speak to somebody. Sit with someone. Don't just sit there and bottle things up. Have conversations. Let it go. Let it go. Prioritize yourself. Use the system and things that are available for you. There's so many helplines, so many information out there that you can use and take advantage of and use to manage your mental health. For some people, if it means you have to go to church, physical church, then get yourself to those physical gatherings and engage and fellowship and have a community. Important. Have a community, like-minded people who encourage you, who support you, who will love you. Yeah? So do that before you get to a point where you're overwhelmed and you're scrambling around for help. And nobody will know that you need help. It's not written on your head. Yeah? And then finally, retirement. Secure your future early if you can. They say it's never too late to save for the rainy day. Okay, so start investing while you're young so that compound interest will work for you. I wish I knew this when I was younger. Invest when you're young. I see young people, they want to buy the latest clothes, the latest designers. These designers are people too. This is their crafts. They've done something. This is their business. What are you doing? Just buying? You're just a consumer? What are you doing to invest for the future? The time to invest is now, when you're young. Especially if you're still living in your mother's house, if you're still living in your father's house, you invest because you're not paying rent. This is the time, and well, some people are paying rent, but even if you're paying rent, you're probably paying very little money compared to if you were renting a property. Invest your money. Even if you're getting allowances from your parents, invest a portion of it. 10% maybe. Invest your money. Take advantage of compound interest. Also, this is the time as a child or as a young person to sit back and start thinking, what can I do? What investments opportunity are there? What can I sell? What service can I render? Build passive income. And then this is not just applicable to young ones as well. Everyone should be thinking retirement, because this is about retirement now. You should be thinking, what can I do to build passive income so that when I get to the age where I'm retiring, I'm not using my old age to panic. I'm not using my old age to be stressed. I'm relaxed. Build passive income streams alongside whatever it is that you're doing before your retirement. And then plan your post-retirement lifestyle while you still have energy and options. You can never have the same lifestyle that you had pre-retirement. So you have to plan your lifestyle post-retirement. If you want to go to a retirement home, you need to plan it. If you don't want to go to a retirement home, you need to plan it too. And it could be, say you've got enough money to actually put yourself in a smaller property with maybe a private caring service, or a family member that's willing to stay with you. If you don't want to be reliant on your kids, plan that too. Yeah? If not, you get to a point where maybe you can't plan or you don't have an option. Whatever your kids or anybody who is in a position to help you at your old age will plan it for you, and you might not like what they bring to the table. If you wait until you need something, it might be too late. So I want to challenge you to take action. Things that we've talked about, look at it, evaluate your life, evaluate yourself, have this conversation with your kids, have this conversation with the young ones, and let them start taking action, small steps. But the most important thing is that even small steps is progress towards your goal. It's actually better than not taking any steps at all, because not taking steps is you trying to go nowhere. Wisdom is profitable to direct. I'll see you guys later.
Living it out loud. Talking life, standing out from the crowd. Every moment unique, every voice we share. We're all in this together, feel the air.